Gambian rapper and activist Ali Cham, alias Killer, is on Tuesday donates food items and sanitary pads to the Mile 2 inmates through the Gambia Prison Services. The donated items include 700 parcels with milk, tea, and sugar, 10 bags of gari, and 110 bags of menstrual pads. Deputy Director General of Gambia Prison Services, Keita Sedi, urges Killer is to use music to advocate the integration of prisoners into society after serving their jail terms.
The prison these days and 2 years ago is a total different one. And through your music, I want you also to help us by trying to reach out to young ones and even to society, letting them know that most of our prisoners now are rehabilitated. Letting them know that, let them give second chance to prisoners coming from Mile 2. Most of these people are now coming with some trades on different areas, tailoring, plumbering, carpentry, a lot of key areas that they can be productive in society. And we have to open our hearts. And you musicians have the influence, have the platform to engage them. So anytime you have an opportunity, please engage them. Let them know that, most of our prisoners that live here have trade and they are ready. They are ready but also to contribute to their quota. And much have been saying why people are here. People might be here for different reasons. Some people by mistake, some people by better reputation, people by wrong association, in wrong place they are here. Not everybody behind bars is bad. And some people are not even, they don't even the crimes that they've been here for. That's worldwide. Not everybody prisons commit crimes that they're here for. Some people is by wrong associated by friends. But we need to accept them as society and see them as our brothers and sisters.
Superintendent Fatou Njai Jaba, gender officer at Mile 2 Female Wing, praises Killer Ace for the gesture and urges other musicians to emulate him.
Many are outside there who did not do as you did. So, though it's not easy for you to think of your country members incarcerated. So we thank you so much for what you have done. And then we are looking forward for more from you. And then we are urging other musicians also to emulate what you just did. Because those that are here need our support. They need support from anybody. So anybody who can help, we are please appealing to you to please step in and help those that are here.
Ali Cham, fondly called Killer Ace the donor, explains what inspires him to donate the items to the Mile 2 prison.
The initiative and the idea of this particular program, it was inspired when I was here in Remand in 2019. And during my time there, I was privileged to engage with a lot of young people. I was privileged to understand the situation and the circumstances and the plight of many of the prisoners, including the prison guards themselves, as I see the hard work that they do tirelessly inside of the prison. And that inspired me for when I come out, I must try to find a solution using what I do most, my music and my influence, to try to at least help a little bit or bring change. And still today, I still remember some of the people that were there that were saying, Ace, please don't forget us. Please don't forget us. So even sometimes at night, I remember those calls from the prisoners there. Initially, it started after one of my events. Every time I have an event, I take a commission of that profit and I allocate it for donation to the prison. That was for 1 year, 2 year. And luckily this year, thanks to some great people, it's not a single-handed effort, even though, I am the man behind it, but you have a lot of good people behind me who hear about the cause and want to support one way or another. Maybe not many, but I must also tell them thank you. And that inspired me to think about this project. And it's transforming from more than just a prison donation. The idea is called uplift. To uplift these people who have been incarcerated, for when they come out of prison, they can at least reintegrate into society, which is very important because we live in an environment where once you're in prison, Even for one day, you come back out, they criminalize you in society, which can lead to you going back to the negative ways and recycle back into prison. And through this project, Uplift, that's what we are trying to prevent.
Killer Ace also highlights some of the things he intends to do for the prison.
Not registered yet, we're in the process. The constitution is ready. And hopefully once we are finalized, we will have a courtesy call once again to validate it. But the aim and objective of the project is to give prisoners a second chance to be influential people in society. And two is to also prevent the young people from coming into prison. Me, I live in Forokono. I see how fast the rapid changes are. Young people smoking at an early age, pills, alcohol. And these are all things that can, influence them to now come into prison. So now you have two problems. You have those that are coming from the streets and those that are coming back out. And those that are coming back out that might come back in. So through the platform Uplift, we intend to create avenues for prisoners when they come out. They can be associated in a particular skill or area through mentorship programs. Mind you, this is not available yet. This is all intentions, and these are all things that we want to do under this particular project, where these mentees can come back to society, be reformed, and eventually we can have an event where the sound, the lights, the stage is all set up from ex-prisoners who have learned these particular skills as an example. And that's one of the major ambitions. And it's also to work with the prison authorities collectively, because you understand the prison system inside better than we do, to understand the key prisoners that might need help through your recommendations, that would easily help us facilitate this particular process of trying to help these young people. We also have community projects that we want to have in the grassroots community to discuss with these young people at a Bantaba level, organize school quizzes and competitions to encourage these young people to focus on education. And also, we also have online a program which is a mini football tournament to engage these people into sports and using sports to keep them off of the streets.
Lamin Sow, Commissioner of Operations at Gambia Prison Services, expresses appreciation of the donation. He says Killer Ace could have used the money for musical instruments, but instead came to the aid of the prison.
These items that you have brought, they valued money, and that money you could have used it on something else. But the mere fact that you are at home there and your mind runs back to the prisons, definitely we appreciate it. I've been saying it and I will keep on saying it. This is the Gambia Prison Services. It belongs to the whole Gambia. And it is our duty to make sure that we all work for the rehabilitation, reformation, rehabilitation, and reintegration of inmates. That is our primary goal. But we could not do it alone. You understand? We have to get some counterparts, and that is you, the citizens, and those living in the Gambia.
Meanwhile, Valentin Kabi Banjaki, Killer Ace's friend, says his foundation would join hands with Killer Ace to uplift other Gambians.
Where I was gearing towards, but that's just on a personal level. On that I can make the commitment very, very straight away that yes, my foundation would definitely work with Killer Ace's Uplift project and other organizations. That's all about helping other Gambians in difficult situations, whether it's through incarceration, rehabilitation, education, anything that helps to uplift. Not to steal Kilowatt's word, but anything to uplift the other Gambian it's something that we should all be looking forward to every day instead of kicking each other down.
Mile 2 Prison, officially known as Central State Prison, was opened in 1920 by British colonial authorities. The prison contains a remand wing where juvenile offenders and those awaiting trial are held, and a security wing which houses high security prisoners, including those on death row, political prisoners, and other convicted inmates. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Landin Cisse.